welcome back to my channel. This is YT. Today we're going to make a very fun car racing game. It's going to be very cool. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Okay, now let's go into this page. Now let's think what we have to do for the script. First, we'll need a road. The road won't be the backdrop because it's going to have to be scrolling. Scrolling is a motion because that backdrop doesn't have this motion category, so we have to change it to the sprites. Second, we'll need a player. The player is going to be a car. We're going to control it by using our right and left arrow keys on our keyboard. Then we'll need another car. That car is going to kind of like the danger. It's the cars that passes by. And we want to say that if our car touches the other cars, we want the game to end. Third, we'll need some variables. And also, we'll need two signs. And those signs are going to be buttons. Okay, first let's do this cat by clicking this little rubbish bin. Good. Now let's make our road. Choose a sprite. Oops. Not choose a sprite. Paint a sprite. Because we're making our own, so we have to paint one ourselves. Okay, let's draw a gray color. And then draw it out. Okay, and then we won't need any outline. Good. And then we have to draw the white line. So let's go to line and change the outline color to white. It's a white line. And I'll change the thickness to 20. Yeah. And then you can click shift and then draw a white line. And the white line is perfect because we clicked shift. And please make sure that you put your white line in the middle. Cool. Okay. Actually, I'll first give them position 0, 0. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to go to the square. This time I'll draw some gray squares and then we're going to draw them between these white lines. So first we have to make sure that those little squares have to be the same color as the road. Okay, so let's fill, and then you can click this, which is kind of like a magnifying glass, and then you can like zoom in into the picture and select the color. Like a select color thing. Okay, now let's draw some squares. Yeah, and then let's make one, separate that. Separate this. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now let's go to code. Go to events and take out when green flag clicked. When the green flag clicked, we are going to, first I'm going to give him position, and not 0, 0, I'm just going to put it at this position, 0 and 80. Yep. So at the start, we'll go up and then go down, touch the bottom and go back up, so it's scrolling. That's what scroll is. Okay, now let's go to control and take out the forever loop. And then go to motion. We want to say that gotta just come down, so let's change Y. So it's going to change y. Whoops. It's going to be changing y by like a negative 10. No, not negative 10. Negative 15. Yeah, negative 15, and then go to control, and then want to say if like its position, because it's coming down. If its position is like at the bottom, we want it to go back up. So it's scrolling. So if go to motion and has y position, go to operators. If its y position is smaller than let's say negative 85. Yeah, that's the bottom position. And then let's put it in if. Then go to motion. Take out go to, and then we want to go back to the to 0 and 80, which is this. Whoops, 0 and 80. Yeah, start position. Okay, and I think that's all for this. And then let's do the our player. I'm going to upload mine. Upload sprite. Okay. Then I'm going to choose this one. Player. I call it player. Okay. Open. Wow. We can see that my car is very big. I'm going to change the size to 15. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Okay, now let's go to events and take out when we've like clicked. When we've like clicked, when we give it a position, it's going to be position. Yeah. We want to be like at this point, so that's about 0, negative 120. Yeah. Now let's go to control and take out the flavor loop, and then take out an if and say if our key right arrow. Yeah, key right arrow pressed. Then we want to point in like direction. So when you click the right key, it will go like, it won't just go like this, it'll go like this, which is actually quite cool, so I'll do that. That's going to be this. Yeah, 15, good. And then we're going to change the X by, so it's going this way. And it won't be a negative number, otherwise it will be going left, which is not what we wanted. So yeah, I'll leave it 10 actually. And then let's duplicate that. And whoops. And this time change right arrow to left arrow. Yeah, because right arrow is like the opposite and left arrow is also the opposite of right arrow. So all I have to do is change all of them to negatives and left arrow. So from a 15 to negative 15 direction, and then change X by negative 10. Good. Okay, yep. I think that's what I'm going to do for now, and then, yeah. Now we're going to see what happens. You guys can see that you guys can see that we actually have two problems. The first problem is that the road is like not very, like it's not stable, like there's still white bits that you can see. And the second one is about the car. At the start, it's like sideways looking at the right. If your car is already looking forward, then you don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. But yeah, first I'm going to change the player. I have to make sure every time he's pointing the direction up. 0. Yeah, that should fix that problem. Yeah. Good. Now let's code the thing about road. The road is quite easy. What we only have to do is that we have to make the road a bit longer. But we can't just make it longer like this. Otherwise, because my one, see, this is like a dot thing here, kind of like a dot. But so we need to make sure that when this turns big, we have to make sure that these lines turn big and stuff turn big as well. So if you want to do that, you have to group them up. So first step, click Shift, hold it, and then select the sprites. No, select the shapes, the line, and these stuff. Okay, and then over here you can see this one called Group. Just what we wanted. Group. Okay, now I can let go and stop, and then when we select it again, it's been like selected in a whole, so it's like a group. Okay, now what we can do is just turn this big, the whole thing. Wow. Yeah, very cool. Okay, this should be better. Yeah. Oops. I was moving it. Yeah, make sure that's in the middle. Yeah. Now let's see. Okay. Please make sure that you stop selecting it. Otherwise, when you move the car, use the left and right arrow key. You will also move this picture. So yeah, please make sure that. Yeah, very good. Now we can see that it feels like this car is driving, moving forward, but it's actually not driving. It's actually the road scrolling that makes you feel like the car is driving. Okay, stop that. Okay, now let's upload the other cars, which is like the danger. Yeah, and then over here, cars, open, importing. Whoa, okay, that's very big. Change the size. Yeah, change the size to 15 as well. Yeah. And then I'm also going to change the direction to 0. 0. Yeah. Okay, now let's code it. Okay, so I want to say when green flag clicked, we want to first it's forever. We want to forever, and we want to wait like a second, and then we want to create clone. So there's not just one car passing by. There'll be like so many cars passing by, which is more real. We are not going to wait 1 second. We're going to make it appear like a random time. So we're going to pick random and operators. Okay, so I would say 0.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Good. So now it can pick random between these two numbers. And then I'm going to change the color. So there won't be just a yellow car, so there will be all sorts of colors, which is very colorful, awesome. Okay, see, if we have a create clone of myself, we'll have to need like when I start as a clone. So let's go to control and then take out when I start as a clone. Yeah, and then when I start as a clone, go to looks. Yeah, when I start as a clone, we need to make sure that it shows. Yeah, I have to hide at the start. Green flag click, we want to hide, and when I start as a clone, we want to show. So it will hide his real self and show up his clones. Okay, now let's give him a position. The X is going to be pick random. Pick random between -240, which is like the most left, like so left on the edge, and it will be 240. So like pick random between -240 to 240, and Y is going to be at the top 180. Yep. Okay, and then now let's go to control and take out the forever loop. Okay, we want to say forever, we want to calm down. So the cars are also going to be scrolling down. because we feel like our car is faster than the other cars because we're a race car. Yeah. Okay, go to motion. I want to come down, so let's change y by negative number, negative 10. And then go control and take out an if. Say if our y position, which is his y position, is smaller than was it negative 170? Yeah. Then we're not going to hide. We're going to delete this clone. That's like a hide for the clones. Yeah. So let's take out delete this clone. Put it in. Good. Yeah, I think that's all for the thing. Yeah. Okay. Now let's make a button. We're going to choose a sprite because there's a button in it. Yeah. Okay, oh, this is so hard. Button 1, button 2, button 3. I'll choose button 3. Go to his costumes, I'll delete the first one, the grey one, and leave the blue one, colourful. And then click T and let's type in START. Whoopsies. Yeah. And then I'll change the colour to black. You guys can choose what the colour you want. I'll make it a bit bigger, and remember you have to put it in the middle. Okay, I can make that a bit more bigger. Yeah, that's a bit, oops. That's still a bit big. Okay, and I'll go and change the font. I'll change it to pixel because that's more like game. Wow, okay, that went so big. Okay, and now I have to make it a bit smaller now. Small, go in the middle. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now let's code it. We want to say when the green flag clicked. Okay, where's the green flag? Okay, here it is in events. When green flag clicked, we want to go to the middle, and it's going to be like the first one. And at the start, everything is going to be stopped. So go to 0, 0, and then we want him to show because in a minute he's going to hide. Want him to show, and say go to events and take out this one called when this sprite clicked. So like mainly when we click it, we will broadcast a message, new message, and the new message name is going to be called start, S-T-A-R-T, start. Okay, and then we want to hide, so it won't be like in front of us and you can't see the cars coming. All you can see is the start button right in front of you. So we have to make sure we hide. Hide. Awesome. Okay, now let's make another button. This button is going to say that when we lose. So let's go to his costumes and start. No. Literally, when we lose, we shouldn't start again. We should be trying again. So try again. Okay, I have to make that smaller. It's too big. Oopsies. Boop. 8. Okay, make it a bit smaller. We're meant to put it in the middle. Bit bigger. Wait, I can make that more bigger. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, now let's go to code. The code is like almost the same to the start button, so that's why I broadcast it. No, that's why I duplicated. Oh my god, I said broadcast. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna say green flag clicked. No, we're going to hide. We want the start to come up first, and then and then when the sprite is clicked, like when it shows up and the sprite is clicked, we want to broadcast start, so it starts over again, and then we want to hide again, actually. Okay. Yep. And I think that's all. Okay, now let's test it out. Start. Yeah. Okay, let's stop that. Okay, now we're seeing some problems. First, that we can see that the player can go through the cars, like doesn't really having damage, which is very weird. And then also is that I can see that when the green flag clicked, it shows up the start, but the game already started when we haven't even clicked the button yet. So that's a bit, yeah, that shouldn't happen. Okay, before we do anything else, first let's make a variable. Okay, delete my variable, then make a variable. This variable is going to be called time. Timer. Yeah, timer. Yeah, that's right. Okay, enter. And then make sure you're in try again button. And then we're going to say, where is it? Yeah. So here, when this sprite is clicked, so when this is clicked, we also have to make sure that we always set the time to 0. And yep, cool. Okay, and then we had this timer, so we want to should we add them in the other ones? Yeah. Now let's go to player. Okay, now let's code the script that makes the player like end, like make the scripts like make end. So we have to go to player. Okay, so actually before we do anything else, instead of like when green flag clicked, let's change all the in green flag clicked to when I receive start, because if it's when green flag clicked, then they'll like all will be starting because the green flag clicked, not like when you click the start button. So let's change all of that. Change this to see start. And then the cars. Okay, there's lots to change. Let's quickly do it. Okay, we don't have to change the when I start as a clone. Start. Yeah. Okay, and then now let's go back to player, and then let's make another script. Okay, let's take out when I receive start. That's like mainly now our when green flag clicked. Okay, when I receive start, we want to forever. Watch me forever. We're going to forever say if was if. Okay, there it is. If we touch the like these cars, if we touch cars, then we want to like broadcast a new message. This message is going to be called I'll just call it lost. Okay, and then yeah, let's make another if. Duplicate that. Say this time it's going to be if we touch the edge, so our car also can't touch the edge. That'll be quite hard. And we're also going to broadcast lost. And when we finish broadcasting the lost, we also want to stop all, and stop all. Good. Okay, now let's go back to the try again. And in the try again, we're going to use our when I receive lost. So let's go to events. When I receive lost, I'm going to do this. Go to x00 and show. Yeah. That's what I do. And then let's see what happens. Start. Yeah. Okay, let's stop that. Okay, now you can see that over here the timer is just staying here. We want the timer to like count, so count how many seconds we have to use. So we're going to code that in the backdrops. Okay, so let's go to backdrops, and then we want to go to events and take out when green flag clicked. When green flag clicked, we have to make sure that we set the timer to 0. Yep, make sure. And then let's go to events and take out when I receive. And say when I receive start, we're going to go to control and forever. We're going to wait 1 second and then change the timer variable by 1. So it's mainly like counting every time 1 second. So it's mainly just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's actually like a timer. Yeah, and then at last, we're going to take out another when I receive start. Okay, I'm just going to, yeah, when I receive start, I'm going to forever, then go to sound, nope, sound. We're going to choose a sound, not pop, let's choose a sound. Okay, this sound is going to be the background music, so it has to be a loops. Loops is like many songs, yeah. Okay, let's see. No. Yeah, this one's quite good. I'll choose this one. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, make it softer. Yeah. Very good. Whoop, we can see that there's a hey. I don't want it, so I'm going to delete that. And then at the end, like you guys don't have to delete it. If you guys want it, you don't have to delete it. But I'm going to delete it because I don't really want it. Again, at the end, I want to fade out. Yeah, good. Okay, now let's go back to code. And then forever, we're going to play sound. Oh, it's called dance celebrate. Cool. Dance celebrate until done. Okay, this should work this time. Let's see. Stop. Awesome. Okay, now let's see what happens if we bump into a car. Come on. Yeah, now let's try again. Yeah, and we'll try again. You can see that the timer also sets to 0, which is very good. Okay, and I very enjoyed making this very cool car racing game with you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Okay, now my brother is going to test the game out. Let's go. Yeah. This? Yeah. Let's start. Go, go, go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, be careful. Be careful because I like the music. Careful. Whoa. You're a good driver. You're a very good driver. Yeah. So good. Yeah. Whoop.